Being an immigrant, you probably notice the immigrants, they have complex. They're trying to be Australian. They try to be Australian. And maybe this is the reason I'm looking for Australian subjects in my films.
1, 2, 3.
Ribbit.
When you're catching a fly, why do you cry? Ribbit.
My dream as a little boy was to be a big composer and a big pianist. And this really, I was studying musicology and conservatorium for the 3 years before I jumped to the film business. I jumped to the films because I came to conclusion that as a pianist, I'm not the Arthur Rubinstein, not a great pianist. As a composer, I'm not a Gershwin, not a very good composer. And I say, okay, Mr. Gross, if you can't do this job properly, I'll have to change profession.
You dance in ballet, what do you say? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
I was born in Poland and had a very, very beautiful life. I was the little one. In age 13, my beautiful childhood was finished. There was wartime. I was lucky I didn't realize how hard it is. As a child, you don't realize all the troubles.
I want to go with you.
Lucky, I succeed to be still alive. I wasn't sent to Auschwitz like my mother. And continue my beautiful life. But no doubt the wartime, it was a big influence of my character. I arrived to Australia 30 years ago, maybe even 32 years ago. And I was really lucky because after 2 weeks later, after my arriving, I got a job in Channel 9 for Bandstand.
Yoram has a distinctive continental style. And although it may be very different from Stefan's, we hope you'll find it equally original and imaginative. And this week you'll see some of it for the first time on Australian television.
To be with him is like breathing a kind of air that only comes from the sweet blossom that perchance came your way, and you wish you could breathe.
It was a magnificent job for 1 year. I was getting this record, because it was a record those days, and I had to illustrate them. The only problem was that my English was so bad I couldn't understand what the records are or what the text is all about. But as usual, I was lucky. Most of the songs have been about love, and this really solved my problem.
Guys, surely you're not afraid of some old glow-in-the-dark sea monster?
Making the live-action films, which I started making live-action films in Australia, it wasn't easy, as my English was even worse than today. My actors, they couldn't understand me, I couldn't understand them. Today with Blinky Bill, I have magnificent communication. Blinky Bill knows very well what I'm after. I believe I am extremely lucky. I will say, if you really are looking for good life, make animated cartoons. It's a great job, especially when the films are good and the kids are happy.